Hello again. We're back. We're present. We took a day off from this yesterday and did our words, and now we're back here. Going back to Hogwarts. Hogwarts. I haven't really played since last time I played, but I was talking to some friends about it, and I did go to my character and change my outfits around to show off my clothes. To send pictures on Discord. So we are in a different spot and we are wearing different clothes, but we haven't made any progress in the game. Last time we ended, it was right after we located the secret tunnel from Isidora Morganach's house in Feldcroft that leads to the Undercroft. We met Sebastian's sister and uncle. And I don't know, fought some goblins, I guess, is what we were doing. I thought this outfit kind of looked cool, you know? We were showing off our Slytherin cloak. We're gonna go back to this crappy student uniform. We put the scarf on too. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's a little basic, but that's kind of why I like it. Everything else looks so goofy. Apollonia Black's journal. I don't really remember where we got that from. Yesterday I did go through and watch the first 3 Harry Potter movies in the evening. This game has got Harry Potter in my heart again. You know? That's why I watched all of the first 3. They were good. It's been a long time since I've seen them. They were really good. They're still good. It made me want to go look for the Whomping Willow. It made me realize how accurate a lot of this is, actually. Like, if we look at this, like, this bit right here. Well, shit. Let's go here. How do I do this? Like, there's like establishing shots in the movie, right? And I forgot how much of it actually shows you of like the grounds. Like this bit right here is straight out of the movie. This like long wooden bridge, the way the bridge looks is identical. And then these like standing stones at the entrance. It's a little different angle wise, but then there's the house down here for the gameskeeper, and this is the little pumpkin patch where Buckbeak is going to be executed, you know? And it looks just like this. Except a little bigger. Man. In the movie, they, this is the clock tower one right here. There's a lot of scenes where they're, like, standing right here in this area. This is where all the kids are gathered to go to Hogsmeade. There's scenes where Harry's just sitting up in this window up in the clock tower looking out, watching people go. But so he can't go to Hogsmeade because his uncle didn't sign his permission for him. Gosh. Yeah, I didn't realize how closely they went to this game. And how much like the landscape looks like the landscape from the movies.
Revelio.
Gobbernals. I don't really know where the Whomping Willow would be, though. Like, it's gotta be... It's actually pretty far away from the castle. I'm not sure in which direction. Kinda looks like that big tree, that's why I flew up there, but... that was clearly not the right one.
Revelio.
I guess it's gotta be that on the other side. I mean, that's really the only tree that looks like it, but that doesn't really look like it, you know what I mean? All that said, I don't really remember how the Whomping Willow gets made. I don't know if there's lore for that, so maybe it's, like, not that old. Maybe it's not around yet.
I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, we did a loop. What do we want to go and do? Let's go meet with Deke. Let's get our story quest done. He's gonna be at the rumor requirement. It's gonna be easier to just fast travel there. There's not like a close place to land, and then we gotta walk up all those stairs.
Deke?
Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can, on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area, so perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out there on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along, then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready.
We're just gonna grab these, because I know they're... Stop. Here. Are we growing chopping cabbages or whatever? I grab one of those too. And those. Can't get enough of those.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh, it was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Who's ready to get kidnapped? Rescue.
One.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts.
We were just there.
But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment, and they should return.
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Would you mind talking a bit more about what it was like working for your former master?
Deke's master was not kind to beasts, or to Deke. He saw beasts only as a source of income, to be used for potion ingredients and labor, and Deke will not say more. But Deke is grateful to be at Hogwarts, where he can help care for beasts and make amends for the things his master made him do.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deke will be waiting.
Why has that one got a star next to it? Go.
Levioso! There. I'm not going to hurt you. I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for
In
your
fact, we
former
do have a
master?
way to hasten
Deke's
the
prior
time.
master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deke was the most fortunate one, as Deke was sent to Hogwarts. Deke's friends were not as fortunate.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
Levioso! Everything's all right now.
Everything's all right now. We just sucked you up and stuffed you
It was a
inside
bit trickier
suitcase.
than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready. There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
It's bigger on the inside?
Deke's no herbology professor, but some plants here seem to be ready to harvest.
Okay, this is cute. I thought we were going to keep them all locked up inside
Look
the
at
room.
this! It's amazing!
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
I think we got a Puffskein with a plus, just completely at random. We just lucked out on that one.
Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them.
We're just
Speaking of care,
yoinking them to
beasts that
sell.
are well
Okay.
fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Dee can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Most excellent.
Where'd the other one go? Reading pen. Okay, so we can only have one at a time out for these. Look at the size of this thing. That's a football, huh?
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom.
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
Stick this right here. And let's move this a little bit. Gear features one primary offense or defense stat by default. Magical materials can be used with the loom to add and upgrade a secondary stat or apply traits. Multiple small upgrades can yield a meaningful boost in combat power. Okay, so we want to just collect fur to upgrade everything. And mooncalf fur upgrades what? Cloaks and gloves? Jobberknoll feathers upgrade outfits and hats. Okay, so we want mooncalves and jobberknolls no matter what, based on what I'm looking at here. Seems like those are used for upgrades. Oh, we need more. We need more things. So the first upgrade is the cheap one. We just don't have the Neasel fur to do a tier 3 rate. Everything's got a trade already.
That came out nicely. I should show Deke.
I did it.
I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even
You
more
look so
powerful
weird.
beasts.
What's going on with the...
For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
There was like a haze over him.
Can I use the loom to enhance any item of clothing?
The loom will only enhance clothing of a certain quality. Deke suspects you'll find more valuable clothing as you explore. Deke also knows that some of the shops in Hogsmeade can provide you with a variety of clothing for you to enhance.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Alright, I was wondering why we couldn't get rid of that table, honestly.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbottom Castle. After dark, do not tell anyone.
It says Forest Vivarium. Does that mean I'm only going to get the 4 beast species that live in the forest to be here? And then there's going to be another vivarium? Alright, there's just a wall here. Or is it that I'll upgrade my vivarium to a bigger one. Is there something there? Oh no, that's the exit. Hmm. You know what I want to do is go see Brood and Peck. Because that's been locked up to this point. And if Deke is telling me I can go in there now, maybe we can buy upgrades there. Or beast materials, for that matter. Or anything.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Hello. Mind you don't turn quick. If you're stuck with a Duracell feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Hello.
Oh, welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck, and before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair for my Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncalf fur? Duracell feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Duracalls, but people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose, the cry on those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but had it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
That's cute. That's
Thank
cute
you.
voice
I
acting.
will.
I like
Take
that.
all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
What do you have for sale?
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire?
Well, gosh, I was kind of hoping you had other things.
You could never go wrong with those. Good choice, I'd say.
There's only one of each of these, huh? Interesting. And she won't buy clothes, she only buys beasts. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Do we just buy it all? I want to spend my money on
I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
on the remaining
Revelio.
spellcrafts. I want to get the remaining spellcrafts before I start spending all my money on consumable crafting shit.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Speaking of which, we are here
Revelio.
I guess it's nighttime and we have the third unlock thing. One demiguise statue remaining here somewhere.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
Revelio. Revelio.
Best swan makers in Britain. I'm not seeing the demiguise anywhere. Is that it? No, that's just the lock again.
Alohomora. Revelio.
None of this yellow stuff was showing up when I was doing it before, though, so maybe I need to go unlock these things. Or at least stand closer to the door. It's getting light now, though. Alright, we'll come back to this. It's just daytime out now.
Glad you came.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
Oh,
You'll
so what you
find
mean
the
is
hamlet
it's
just
in the
north
middle
of
of the
Hogsmeade.
freaking woods somewhere.
Please do give Dot my love.
I suspect you are the one who has been interfering with a rather personal matter. The demiguise statues, and the moons contained therein, were placed as they were for good reason. You should not meddle in the personal affairs of others.
I don't think Mr. Pemberton meant to use his own stationery. He knows something about those demiguise moons. He's in Hogsmeade, apparently. Perhaps I shall pay him a visit. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Goes the wrong path out of town, apparently. Maybe we could have gone any other direction and got out faster. I can see the other ones. There's one.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like... Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
You must have said something last time we were running through here.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk clumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk clumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Huh. Sirona's friends with
Do
Professor
you
Gurley.
remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
There's a big pile of flesh outside.
But I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Ah, That's all the Horcrux for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Confringo.
Ah, my gear slots are full. We were just in town, I didn't sell anything. Any shot we've just not collected one of these? No. Let's just do that. We can waste some gold.
Confringo. Revelio.
Look at all that loot.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
What do we want for trolls? We want Defendo, Confrigo, Expelliarmus is good, Glacius.
Confringo! Potato! Stupefy! Stupefy! Should think they felt that in London.
I'll take that.
Revelio.
Wrong one.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Hmm. Okay. Philomena. Do we know Philomena?
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Just a little Sirona lore dump. I don't know that I cared that much about this character, but it's okay. Interesting that her and Mirabelle are friends. I don't know who Philomena, Sean, and... I already forgot the other one. No, it was just those two, because the last one was written by Sirona. I don't know who Philomena and Sean are. Maybe we'll figure that out.
Ah, but you trusted...
Accio! Finger!
Alright. Let's just go do this. We gotta do 2 more of these.
What do you have in store for me this time?
I still don't know
Revelio.
how to do this one. I think maybe we do need a curse. I mean, they'll have green on them, right? Do we curse them?
Accio! Descendo! Levioso! Confringo! It's so tricky after all, Merlin.
Did we not have Confringo when we tried last time? Or did we just not try it? Alright, now we know though. Now we know we blow them up.
Revelio.
Let's just go do one more of those really fast. What's that? Will you get out of my way?
Levioso. Revelio. Confringo.
I want to stand right here.
That's that. Settled.
$14 more for more slots.
Revelio. Off on another adventure, are we?
Who are you?
If only someone would come to the aid.
What seems to be the problem?
You may well ask. I'm convinced I saw a grim, an omen of death. I'm not safe, but if it can't see me, I'll be all right, won't I? All I need is an invisibility potion. Yes, that's what I need.
Well, as it happens, I have what you need. Here. Not sure it'll help you, though. Be careful, won't you?
Only lasts for
Oh,
4
you're a
seconds, so.
gem, you are. I'll be sure to be very careful. And you be careful too. No grim is going to get me. Thanks to you, kind child. I must insist that you accept this small token of gratitude.
These rocks have seen better days.
Seems everything's fine.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
Can't fly.
Just because you know Lumos doesn't mean you can't get lost.
Hello there. Ready for a little change in
Oh
fashion,
my
are
god,
we?
my FPS.
Plenty to choose from here.
Inside friggin' Hogsmeade, man. FPS just tanks. Let's make sure we're wearing the ones we want to wear. That's probably fine.
time. If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Only a hairy
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
I'll fix him.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
I can see why he said that. You do seem angry.
Of course I'm angry now, in large part due to his absurd overreaction to what is simply passion for my work. Supercilious fool, he's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit. And I can get my business going minus any competition.
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing two snidgets with one stone.
I'm in. This is very Slytherin.
I'll get the venomous tentacula for you.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar. This must be it. This must be the cellar. Now, to find that venomous tentacula.
not what I meant to do.
Better not let Mr. Lawley see me.
I can't petrify him. I snuck up behind him to try and petrify him. Oh, I can't take that.
Hello, Amora.
We'll see if he continues to spot us while we're in the unlock minigame.
Where is that venomous tentacula?
Alright, we can get these ones, not the other ones.
Revelio. Revelio.
Guess that's out the this way. We go up this way, then we go out that way.
Now that I have the venomous tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes. Confringo!
That's pretty straightforward. I don't know why he had 8 gigantic spiders living underneath his house.
Completed that errand for me?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. Let's see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
Of course. Glad to hand it over, frankly.
I shall make an ocean of galleons, and Lawley's business will be sunk. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Oh, to see the look on Lawley's face the next time he wanders down to his cellar.
Alright, what do we got going on? What are you doing? Go see Sebastian and Ominous.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Special knack! It's tormenting Professor Black!
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
Ominous is right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it, if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus Curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus Curse, also known as the Torture Curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous, he was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Okay. All right. This guy's in Hogsmeade, right? We probably should have just done this while we were over there, but that's okay.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Those statues took time and effort.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're quite clever.
Oh, thank you. A lot of craftsmanship and care went into them. I assume.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
It's funny that Mr. Moon called it exactly correctly. And it's funny the dichotomy between the way Mr. Moon described the statues and the moon inside them as a stupid play on his name, and this guy's like, it's inspired. I like that. I like that.
The statues are a form of bullying. You'll know better than him. Perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
South Wing Faculty Tower.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
Yes, him. That's the one.
Oh, he could always take a joke, Piers. He's playing with me. Ha! Hasn't changed a bit. Oh, I wonder if he still has the flowing locks. Pigtails. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old Pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Okay. One more quest done, I guess. We're way over leveled for everything, I feel like. This is going to unlock the ability to see what the astronomy tables do. So maybe we should do that. You know what's interesting? I don't know if this changes in the later movies, but this room is smaller in the first 3 movies, and it's a square room, and the stairways just move back and forth. Like the way that the room is shaped. This is like the biggest distinction in the way the castle looks that I noticed so far. But this room is completely different.
What if he sticks like this?
What? Don't be silly. It'll wear off in a few hours, I think.
You think?
It didn't before.
But like a lot of these other rooms are like... I was watching the first 3 movies and it was like, wow, they really matched it exactly.
Revelio.
Behind me, I promise. You make a point. What do you want?
If it isn't the treasure hunter.
Augustus Hill just wants you to buy something, Nurse. He's always talking his game. And then look at his face if you don't buy something. He's like a child with an empty cylinder.
What's your deal?
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way. And I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne?
No.
Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time. Even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
She was just good at casting a spell. No wonder I've never heard of her.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said the single greatest Depulso master of all time. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
What ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while. Just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild Graphorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
This first.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
What's her name? Dora? That was the mermaid girl.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Okay.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope... I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Trying to put off my stargazing.
Let's see.
Confringo! This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not let it be wasted.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
It's on the outer wall. I saw it.
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Oh, no need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Guess I'm supposed to follow him.
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead.
Revelio.
Oh, why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little...
Confringo! A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected. More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Emmett.
I think you should do the honors. Go on, try it out. The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Oh, zoom. Got it. So we're just trying to line these up.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest
I'm not really
assured,
sure what
you
I
shall
did
be
exactly
credited
that-
in my memoirs one day.
That helped you.
Whatever you say, Emmett. Whatever you say.
Oh, you wait. You are going to be quoted saying just that. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon. What an excellent brew. Never do
Okay, well, we got that done. Let's go see Natty. We'll do some shit on the way. Okay, so there's actually like something to this. Interesting. Oh, rotate. Do I want more of these guys? Do I not, right? Kind of a cool little platform. Oh, this is the little area outside of Hogsmeade. Back inside Hogsmeade now, so we can't fly.
Revelio.
Show yourself!
Come now. You're embarrassing yourself.
Confringo!
Let me outside!
Glacius! Accio! Cinder! Glacius! Confringo!
You will not survive this fight.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Can't land up there.
After this.
The fuck?
Accio! Cinder!
Quieter than you.
Lumos.
I dream of making a bet.
Confringo! Glacius!
Pay for that.
Protego!
that, idiot.
The beasts around here can sleep a bit easy. Lumos.
I don't know, we can't just fly up there, but I guess we'll walk around.
Lumos. Merlin himself would be proud. Revelio.
The heck was that? Oh, that wasn't an fairy.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Over here, quietly. I'm glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And one other thing. Harlow mentioned you to his colleagues. They did not mistake you for someone else, did they?
No, they didn't. Rookwood and Harlow are after me.
Why did you lie to me? And what do they want with a Hogwarts student?
Professor Fig told me to keep things quiet. But I know I can trust you, Natty.
We've talked to Natty like
Rookwood
3
and Harlow
times.
want
We
something
can't trust
Professor
Natty.
Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before I came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to take in.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it's safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
You seem to be very determined in stopping Rookwood and Harlow. Why?
I knew men like him in Uganda. I know how bad things can get if they are not stopped. It's a long story, one I promise to share when we have more time. For now, let's do what we came to do.
Can't we just bypass Officer Singer and go directly to the Ministry?
Do you think they will listen to a student? Only Officer Singer can start an investigation. The Ministry will come in later.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Imagine climbing when I can fly a broom. But the game just doesn't want me to.
I wonder what that does.
Revelio.
One of the balls so selected.
Well, that didn't work. That did it.
Revelio.
Oh, we're supposed to bring you out, huh?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Revelio. I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty.
Confringo.
We're not very sneaky. What, do I gotta go outside and cast this on it?
Dead end. Must be another way in.
Can't just cast Levioso when I'm crouched underneath
Looks
it.
as if it might raise the gate.
It's quick.
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
Why didn't you just come with me?
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hollow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast!
Highwing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get these things back to
Very well.
Kind of.
New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blasted! There's got to be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere.
Yeah, I have a broom in my pocket, and all it takes is broom to hold this button down and I can pull it out, but you won't let me. As if I'm a wizard and I can't fly my
Natty
broom,
stays
dude.
out of trouble.
Fly my broom everywhere in the world, but not up to the top of this castle.
Levioso.
I guess we want that one down here for some reason. For that, I guess. Let's push it.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Not the safest place to sneak into.
Right in his head, dude.
Revelio.
teach someone a lesson!
What have you done?
Good lesson. Good lesson.
Hello, Amora.
It's a way out.
I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
I don't know, we're having a pretty easy time of it.
Aloha, Mora.
It would be kind of hard for her to be having an easier time when all we've done is walk around, you know? I guess we just did take 4 human lives. But, you know, bad guys don't count. I mean, we have to, right?
Revelio.
You're going home in a wooden box! Levioso! Watch
shit.
yourself!
Levioso. Also.
That's Levioso! How's the view? Not so tough now, are ya? Levioso!
We didn't do very good in that fight. The first fight, very easy. That fight, to cast Levioso on me, man. I didn't know how to handle it.
Aloha, Mora.
It was a weird one.
Revelio.
You know what the real problem with that fight was? Was that I saw that that lady spawned on an edge, and I really wanted to depulso her off, so I was, like, struggling to swap my skills.
Revelio.
Instead of just using the one spell set I've been using, I tried to swap to depulso and do that real quick. Keep an eye on my stash. Manfred. Manfred von Garstein.
Hi, Wing. It's all right. There we go.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello, Mora.
Hurry.
Ooh. I think that's the first Avada Kedavra we've seen in a while. That guy was actually trying to kill him. Our FPS doesn't like this shit at all.
There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
I would love to be able to look up and see the castle.
It's incredible, isn't
I think that train, the smoke effects on that train, maybe we're tanking our FPS there. Now that the train's out of view, probably unloaded. Back to good FPS.
How exciting.
Oh, it was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Hallow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Hallow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Pulchria Caligo.
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Hallow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Hallow down. We should speak with him together. Meet
To
me
be
at
clear,
his home.
Natty, we did just do that whole castle thing to
When you
find
have a
evidence
moment,
to take
please
Harlow down,
stop
did
by
we not?
The room of requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
Was that not what that whole thing was?
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
Away, Highwing! Away! Highwing! Go! Faster, Highwing! Let's go! Come on, Highwing! Highwing! Go! Away, Highwing! Away! Faster, Highwing!
I guess this does seem faster than the broom. How do I get off? B. Oh yeah, it's the same. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know if it's faster than the broom. I think I just like the broom more. Black hippogriff, cool. White hippogriff, still pretty cool. Spooky horse. A tame and gentle female thestral. It does not look like it would be comfortable to sit on the back of a thestral.
Time for a jaunt, I'd say. What say we pick up the pace a bit?
We don't want to say its name, though.
Let's go! Go! Here we go!
Alright, I'm gonna stop for a little while. I'll probably come back and play a little more tonight. But for now, I need to take a break. Goodbye.